So another city I served in was Santos, and it's right next to São Vicente, not part of São Paulo South anymore. Santos is very distinguishable from São Vicente because Santos is a very nice area, and São Vicente is kind of dirty and not as nice. So in Santos they have a lot of like Victorian style houses because a lot of English people were there and lived there. Santos is where they have the largest port in South America. So there's tons of, you see, if you ever are by the beach, which if you're in my area, I was in Javaquara, and that was like 15 minutes walking from the beach. It's pretty close. But you'll just see like huge ships with their cargo all the time, importing, exporting things. So a lot of the product comes through Santos port. Depending on where you are in that city, you could be, it's pretty likely, I guess, that you could be working with some very wealthy people. Down by the beach there's a lot of huge apartment buildings, really nice area. A lot of people are pretty well off there. My area was a little bit further away, and we actually had these huge hills that people lived on. And so we'd have to climb these hills when we wanted to teach people up there. And it was like 500 steps. It was really tall. But we'd go up these hills and teach people, and there's people living up there. Up in the hills, there's more crime, drugs, and things that go on. People aren't as wealthy. It can be kind of a little bit harder to get people to go to church because they have to come down the hill to the bottom. But it was a nice mix of things. You get people down the bottom where you live that are pretty well off usually, and you also have people that are not as rich. Cool thing about Santos is it's where Pelé played, and they have the Santos Stadium that was in my area where I was. So on a P day we got to go and take a tour of the stadium. They still have like Pelé's locker and like a ton of his soccer balls or whatever, a bunch of tribute things to Pelé. If you're a soccer fan, Neymar was playing there while I was there before he went to Barcelona. So everyone's very, Santos. I guess if you don't know, like Brazil in general is huge on soccer. Like everyone expects you to have your own team, and there's a lot of different teams in São Paulo. So if you're in Santos, like everyone is Santista, everyone's for Santos. A lot of soccer games going on. So it's a cool place to be.